Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei Have the Ability of BlackLight Virus Part 1. Before we start, please go support AndresFelipeSolanoDi for writing that awesome fanfic. Now let's begin. This is the translated version I made. There will be some wrong he or she calling here because it's translated, so let me clear this. Issei is a male in this story. Chapter 1. Welcome back. In a laboratory in the USA Manhattan, a scientist would find himself inspecting a corpse, but this corpse was not common. It was the corpse of Hyodo Issei, who was once the Great Red Emperor. Scientist. Current location Manhattan. I am examining the subject Issei Hyodo, former carrier of the Red Emperor dragon, dead state. Apparently he has extensive damage throughout his body due to excess energy. The Gentech found his body by coincidence several months ago. It was approved for use in biological weapons experiments. We were asked to use the ancient BlackLight virus in it in order to know how it reacts in the body of a demon. Since the subject is dead, there is no risk of it becoming infected. This will only be seen at the molecular level. I prepare for the virus injection. The door would open just at that moment. A soldier would enter the room to see the situation. Soldier. How is the guy? Scientist. The logic of asking that about a dead person is little, but I will tell you that for now everything is fine. The subject remains normal, although I do not understand why people want to use this virus again after what it caused before. In itself, it was difficult to hide those incidents from the rest of the world. Soldier. Those at the top only care about money and tell me which country would not buy weapons as powerful as this virus that rivals the supernatural. Scientist. If the supernatural finds out that this body is in our possession, there would only be a problem for us, and by trying to create weapons we created those two monsters of Alex Mercer and James Heller. Soldier. They are dead anyway. There is no longer any risk of contamination. The virus was neutralized and those samples were sealed here to prevent their release. Scientist. I still think those samples should be destroyed. Soldiers. You are not the only one who believes this, but as I said, orders from above we only have to obey. By the way, be careful with that injection. We have a lot of experience to know what happens when a human touches the virus. Scientist. If I'm careful, I prepare to inject the subject, certainly before he continues because he and not other demons. Soldier. I also asked the same thing, and they only told me that the virus reacts to strong people. You know what it means. Scientist. If the virus is said to react to two components in the user's DNA, this guarantees that it does not become a monstrosity. Soldier. In quote, so to speak, if you don't become a monster you become something worse like Mercer or Heller. Scientist. Mercer and Heller would be considered something worse than monsters, but in reality they showed an advanced evolution, surpassing the human race in each fight. They came back stronger, with new improvements. In the end, Heller's evolution beat Mercer's. Soldier. I never understood why he didn't flee. He could have done so and gone with his daughter and Mercer's sister, but he preferred to stay and die. Scientist. There is the second component, the desire to live. Alex woke up after being riddled with bullets and wanted to obtain power to survive, while Heller only wanted revenge and save his daughter. After that, he didn't care if he lived or died. Probably after his battle with Mercer, he knew he was going to die. Soldier. It means that the virus killed him. Scientist. That's right, the virus was originally made as a biological weapon to protect our nation. However, I believe that the true potential of the virus can only be shown through will. Soldier. That's a theory that's hard to prove. What makes you think that? Scientist. Heller surpassed Mercer in evolution to return to his daughter. He was able to bring out his true potential for a few seconds. However, he did not care if he died or lived because he was now like Mercer. He did not want to be like him and hurt his daughter. Soldier. Good DNA and the desire to live to protect others, whoever has that would be the perfect prototype. Scientist. You are right, and it has been a long time since I heard the word prototype, the name of the subjects who controlled the virus. Soldier. They were given that name because they never stopped evolving in combat and came as new in each fight. Scientist. Fine, I will continue with the injection. Soldier. Finish well, quickly. If there are no results, everything was a waste of time, and the body is going to be cremated. If there are results, the data will be sent to those above. However, the body is going to be cremated. Nothing changes with respect to that. Any virus container must be removed. Scientist. Injects ready. Injection applied through the skin to the bloodstream. Virus entering. Soldier. Well, how are the results? Scientist. Analyzing. Nothing happens, it was a failure. Soldier. Well, nothing can be done, the body is going to be cremated. Scientist. It's a shame we can't take him to his family for a funeral. Soldier. What did I expect? Now your blood has the virus, and the agency does not want any of the virus to come out, even if it is in a dead body. They are very picky. Even if it does not spread, they will not let any of it come out. Alarm. Scientist. What's happening? Soldier. Apparently we have heavily armed robbers in the building. Scientist. Current location. Soldier. Virus cellar. Or not, sir, we have to go. Scientist. But the subject. Soldier. He is not going anywhere, the priority in these cases is to take him to a safe area while the other soldiers take care of it. Let's go. Scientist. Okay. The two leave, leaving Hyodo Issei's body alone. In Japan Kuo, a lot of time had passed after Hyodo Issei's death, and you could see a redeed on the roof of a house. It was Ria's who was on Issei's house. Time had passed, but she couldn't get over it. Ria's. Issei, why did you leave? I would do anything to see you again, and I don't care how you come back, I just want to have you by my side, we all miss you, I wish you would come back. That day she did not know that her words could have a strong truth in the not too distant future. In the laboratories in the USA Manhattan, the heartbeat began to be heard in the room where Issei's body was. Chairwoman. But the soldiers. Soldier-in-Chief. Shoot them so they don't come out with the virus. Soldier 1, yes sir. Soldier 2, surrender once and for all. Thief-in-Chief. Hey you Rill. Rill. Yes. Thief-in-Chief. Grab one of those shots and pass it to me. Rill. Yes sir, here you are now plowing. Thief-in-Chief. Guys run out at my signal, Rill will cover us. The others would listen to him, waiting for his signal. Rill. But sir, there are many. Chief Thief. Don't worry after all your path ends here. Rill. Chief Thief. Injects the virus. Rill was shocked, his body began to writhe, he felt like he was breaking inside. Rill. AI begins to transform. Thief-in-Chief. Now run. Soldier 1, sir, they are escaping. But at that moment a beast came into view of the soldiers. It was Rill himself. His body had been infected. He was no longer human, just a creature that devoured living flesh. Soldier-in-Chief. Damn, they have injected him with the virus, what's that? Soldier 1, he is a hunter sir. Chief Soldier. No, that thing is bigger, a leader hunter. Rill. Roars. Chief Soldier. Be careful. Rill. Looks at them. Soldier 1, shoots him, damn monster dies. Chief Soldier. No idiot, what are you doing, we need heavy artillery, the only thing you get by doing that is. Rill. Roars fiercely. Soldier-in-Chief. It's making you angry, everyone get ready. Rill. Runs towards the soldier to devour him. Soldier 1, AI please someone help me. But no one could help him. He was brutally devoured while the teeth of those beasts dug into every corner of his body. He was devoured while alive and conscious. Soldier 2, no. No. I don't want to die, starts running. Rill. Runs towards the second soldier, digging his claws into him. Soldier 2, AI please. The monster seemed to have a sadistic consciousness, it did not kill him immediately, but instead continued stabbing him with his claws until he was dead. Rill. Looks at the head of the soldiers. Chief Soldier. Looks like I won't see my family again. Ha. I'm sorry darling, but you'll have to take care of our daughter alone. Rill. Runs towards the leader of the soldiers. Chief Soldier. Closes eyes, dad, you'll come home, I'm sorry, but it looks like I won't be able to come home, daughter. Rill. Opening his mouth. Bang. Who says you won't be able to return home? Chief Soldier. Opens his eyes and sees Rill in the distance getting up. Q, what happened? Why is the beast on the ground? Hey, are you okay? Chief Soldier. Turns back slowly, who are you? Hyodo Issei. Chapter 2. What have I become? Chief Soldier. Hyodo Issei, that was not the name of the test subject for the BlackLight virus. Issei. Test subject. I don't know what's going on, but apparently I have to take care of that thing. Drake, give me a hand. Drake, are you there? Hello. Rill. Roars. Issei. Drake, what the hell is wrong with you? Answer me. Rill. Hits him. Issei. Spits blood, cough cough, I should be dead without my dragon armor when I receive that kind of blow, but I'm not, what's wrong? Chief Soldier. He must not know anything he has. Hey, you're Isseirite, get me out of here and I'll tell you what you need to know. Issei. Grabs it, well, how we get out of here? Chief Soldier. Go through the wall there, don't worry, I know you can. Issei. I don't know what's happening, but I'll trust you. Rill. Lunges towards them. Issei. Dodges it and goes straight to the wall through it. Hey, you didn't tell me that we were in a building and also almost on the top floor. Chief Soldier. Don't worry, you won't get hurt. When you fall, start running until you reach a place where they won't see us. Issei. Falls to the ground, creating a wave of air, but what is this? Don't forget, I have to keep going, starts running, I'm also faster. He would see his new abilities with amazement, he was traveling blocks in seconds, he was already too far from the building where he had woken up. Chief Soldier. Stop here. Issei. Stops. Chief Soldier. This area is empty, I hope that monster hasn't followed us, although that doesn't seem to be the case. Issei. By the way, who are you? Chief Soldier. Honestly, I promised you answers, come with me, I'll tell you things on the way. By the way, takes off his helmet. My name is Ken, I'm a chief soldier of the Blackwatch, starts walking. Issei. I never heard of her. Ken. It is normal since you're Hyodo Issei, you are from Japan and a high-class demon, the Red Emperor Dragon. Issei. How do you know who I am? Ken. Well, starting from the beginning, everything I know about you is thanks to my superiors, you are dead, or you were, at least that's what I thought. Issei. Hey. What are you talking about? I think I'm very alive. Ken. I know who you are, Hyodo Issei, the bearer of the Red Emperor Dragon, the Dragon Oppai, and the one who gave his life for the factions. Issei. I don't remember anything about dying. Ken. It's normal, look at the BlackLight and the Gentech, they are companies that are dedicated to the creation of biological weapons, and this is where your first question comes. Issei. What have I become? Ken. In a prototype. Issei. Prototype. Ken. I told you that they were dedicated to making biological weapons, not just artifacts but human experimentation. This is what I know. Approximately 5 years ago a virus called the BlackLight virus was developed. This virus was used in human tests and was released by Alex Mercer, the first bioterrorist and prototype in history. Stole a sample of the virus and escaped from the people's laboratories, but the BlackWatch cornered him with no way out, broke the sample of the virus, and unleashed it throughout the city. In an act of anger the military bombed him, leaving him for dead. Issei. I don't like where this is going. Ken. Mercer, after several hours, stood up in an examination room because he had become the same virus, although imperfect like you. Issei. So I'm like him. Ken. Each prototype is different, and so is its evolution. Issei. What was that thing you called a monster? Ken. Not all humans can withstand the virus, some end up like those things, of course there are different types of creatures. Issei. Well, what happened to Mercer? Ken. He revived just like you, but unlike you he didn't remember anything, he had to start looking for his past, in the end he didn't like the answers. Issei. What happened? Ken. The question is that it didn't happen, a bomb was going to annihilate everything in the city, he took it to the sea exploding with it, we left him for dead, but 14 months later he had returned, but now he started the plague again to give the world a new way. Issei. Do you know why? Ken. No one knew why he wanted to destroy us, the truth varies, some say that he went crazy, others that he lost hope in humanity, and others that was not Alex Mercer. Issei. Hey, but why do they say it wouldn't be? Ken. After what happened, another prototype was born infected by Mercer, the Marine soldier James Heller. At that time there were 3 zones. The red, yellow and green zone. James went to the red zone to look for Mercer and kill him, because of his infection outbreak, his family had died and his daughter had been kidnapped. Issei. I still don't understand why you say that wasn't Alex Mercer. Ken. Here is the curious thing, in his final fight, Mercer, when it came to being defeated, he only said welcome to the top of the food chain, he did not resist or show any anger, and the cameras captured the fight, and you could see that Alex did not use all his strength. Skills. Issei. Now I understand, but if he were alive he would have already appeared. Ken. Look, this is the information that was given to all the chief soldiers like me, this event was hidden and erased from the world, the few who know about it are the BlackWatch. Not only did Mercer disappear, but also Pariah, Elizabeth Green's son. Issei. Elizabeth Green. Ken. She carried a virus called the Red Light virus, she was just a girl that the BlackWatch captured and experimented on, she is Pariah's mother, after she was injected with the BlackLight virus she was consumed and killed by Alex Mercer. Let me tell you that she and Alex, despite being carriers of the virus, they were imperfect, Pariah, the PARIAH project was perfect. It is impossible to say how far it would go, but mysteriously he disappeared when he was taken to one of the BlackWatch facilities. Honestly, if I give my opinion, I don't think he is dead at all. Since he doesn't just disappear out of nowhere, maybe something else happened. Issei. Why are you helping me and telling me all this? Ken. I have a daughter and thanks to you I will be able to see her again, and I also know your history, you are not a bad person, that is why I will give you my help and support, so that we can get out of this mess, that way we can both return to our families. Issei. I appreciate it, Ken. Ken. You have nothing to thank, I owe you my life, but I will tell you this, your body must have already realized that it is not the same, for example your body has the same abilities as the other prototypes, the only difference is the ability to evolution, some evolve faster than others, yours seems to be high. You also have to take into account that you are now a demon and not human, so your body is probably still adapting to that change. Issei. That must be why Drake doesn't respond. I want to go back to my home. Ken. You are in the United States, New York, leaving here will not be easy. Stops we arrived. Issei. Damn, that makes it complicated, but why do you say that it won't be easy to leave? Ken. Because now there are thugs with samples of the virus with a risk of total contamination in the city, and a monster of that virus on the loose, plus I'm sure that the local cameras caught you, and knowing that a prototype is on the loose is more reason for them to start acting. The other soldiers of the organization opens the door, this place has been abandoned for a long time, we will be safe here. Alarm. Issei. What is that? Ken. That alarm is due to the virus, it hasn't sounded throughout the city for 5 years. Issei. And what does it mean? Ken. The virus is loose, damn, my family is safe in another country, but the problem is the virus, it spread so fast that it must already be affecting people. Puts on a helmet. Being a prototype you will have to consume to acquire new skills and power to fight. Issei. How do I do that? Ken. I don't know, you're the prototype, you probably know what you'll have to do. Creak, roar, Issei. What is that sound? Ken. Grabs his gun, it's not the monster but. At that moment a hunter would fall from the ceiling. Hunter. Roars, Issei. What is that thing? Ken. A hunter is a servant of a leader hunter or superior monster, which means that the virus began to spread. Shoots him. Issei. Approaches and hits him. Hi. Hunter. Grabs him and smashes him against the floor. Issei. Shit, I didn't do anything to him. Ken. The bullets don't hurt him much either. Issei. That hurts him. Ken. Explosions, tanks or anything with high firepower. Issei. There is nothing like that here. Ken. I come here often so sometimes I keep heavy weapons, I'll see if I can get some. You distract him. Issei. Believe me, that's difficult. Hunter. Hits him by throwing him against the wall and roars. Issei. Damn. Hunter. Approaches him. Issei. Dodges it. Damn, without my dragon powers I can't attack effectively. Hits it. Hunter. Roars. Issei. Even with my superhuman strength he has a thick body that absorbs damage. Ken. Hey, Issei throws a rocket launcher at him. Issei. Let's see if this works. Shoots him. At that moment there would be a huge explosion separating Issei and the hunter. Hunter. Screams in pain. Issei. Vibration, what is this feeling? Gets closer. Hunter. On the ground. Issei. Tentacles come out from behind and consume him. Aya. No, please. Hey boy, it wasn't my intention, calm down. Sorry. Don't kill me. Aya, we are friends, I didn't want to inject you. Aya. Issei. What was that? Ken. You consume beings, absorb their memories and abilities, if they are human, you can even transform into them. Issei. I saw memories of this hunter, the monster I saw for the first time released the virus. Ken. The monster was an infected boy, I saw that they injected him, he surely went to get revenge, which means that he is evolving. Issei. That's bad. Ken. Too much, he becomes stronger and more intelligent as well as dangerous, surely he will command that hunter. Roars. Ken. More are coming and that was the last missile we make. Hunters. Roars. Issei. Ken, there are explosives left. Ken. Yes, C4. Issei. I'll entertain them, you fly this place. Ken. You can handle so many. Issei. Don't worry, takes out claws, now I can fight. Hunters. Approach Issei. Issei. Moves his claws, cutting them one by one. Ken. Placing the explosives. Hunters. Grabs Issei by the arms. Issei. Bad idea, cuts the hunter's arm. Ken. Well, this is the last one, places the last explosive. Hunters. Surround Issei and jump to him. Issei. Crouches down, avoiding them, there are too many of them and more are coming. And approaches Issei, already all the explosives placed. Issei. Activate them. Ken. But we are inside. Hunters. Approaches them. Issei. Now activate them. Ken. Activates the explosives. Issei. Grabs Ken. The entire place would be blown into 1,000 pieces in the air, while the hunters burned in the flames, and Issei goes through the roof next to Ken, who he had grabbed to avoid the explosion, barely succeeding, landing several blocks later. Ken. That was close, you saved me again. Issei. What's up, you were the one who helped me, I couldn't handle so many at the same time. Ken. Now what are we going to do? Issei. I want to go back to my home with the people I love. Ken. We are the same, but there is no way out until the virus is eliminated. Issei. Then I will eliminate it and leave the city. Ken. It will be difficult, the virus works like a hive, we have to find the king and destroy him. Issei. Then if we want to leave the city we will have to look for the leader. Ken. For now I will return to Blackwatch and provide you with the information you need. Look for a place where they won't find you. Issei is fine, but you know the truth, this is incredible, I never thought the virus would spread this fast. Issei admired the city outside, the buildings had many red protuberances, the virus was spreading at a horrible speed. Ken. Yes, this is the first time I've seen it in action too. Issei. Something tells me that this is just beginning. Chapter 3. Looking for a doctor. Issei could be seen jumping from building to building throughout the infested city. Issei. Ken must have already returned, I wonder how things are there. At that moment the phone that Ken had left him would ring, it was obvious who was calling him. Incoming call. Issei. Hello, Ken. Are you okay? There is still no problem. Issei. No, everything remains normal, I mean that no one has attacked me and what's going on there on your side? Ken. The question is what doesn't happen here, the Blackwatch and Gentek went on red alert, everyone is looking for you. Issei. Why me? Ken. Well, upon arrival it was confirmed by the videos that were shown that it was the monster you fought that caused the virus to be released, but they are looking for you as the second highest priority to eliminate you for being and to prevent your friends from being demons. They find out. Issei. How good this could get worse. Ken. Believe me, yes, but let's leave that aside to face the monsters, we need knowledge, and I know someone trustworthy who hates Blackwatch and Gentek who can provide you with the knowledge you need. Issei. That's great, I don't see the bad thing about this. Ken. Well, that person is the former chief scientist of the people who left his job years ago, and his location is unknown, and now the city is in even more chaos. Issei. How the hell do I find it? Ken. I know something that can help you, let me see. There is something but it won't be easy, so to speak. Issei. What exactly is it? Ken. Brawler hunter or troublemakers if you prefer to call them that. Issei. Why the hell would I be interested in those creatures? Ken. Apparently if you consume one you will acquire something called radar sense that will allow you to specifically search for the person you want. Issei. I guess there are no other options. Ken. I'm sorry to tell you no, but I know where to find them. They are in a test base of locked people, you will have to consume scientists to enter, free them and consume them to obtain that ability. Hanging. Issei. Well it seems I have no choice. 20 minutes later. Issei. It seems like it's finally here, now that I think about it, Ken told me that I can plan, I'm going to try it. He would jump off the building stretching his arms to start planning. Issei. It's not like flying with demon wings or my dragon armor, but this ability serves as aerial reconnaissance, now I must enter and consume one. The soldiers from the base would show up and begin to leave, checking the perimeter. Soldier. Be careful with those containers, we don't want those things to escape, get them to the laboratory quickly. Issei. Shit Blackwatch soldiers, how am I going to consume a scientist if all of them are inside? Soldier. Hey, where are you going? Scientist. Calm down friend, I'm going to pee a little. Soldier. Okay but don't delay. Issei. Looks like it's my chance. Scientist. Who do they think they are assholes to talk to me like that? If it weren't for my work as a scientist, they would be dead from the virus. Issei. It seems that the one who is going to be dead is you. Scientist. But who are you? Issei. It doesn't matter anyway grabs him by the neck. Scientist. Let me go. Issei. Consumes it feels strange and a little confusing the first few times. Soldier. Hey you finish, go back inside. Issei. Yes, I'm going enters the laboratory this is the test base, now where they have the troublemakers. Scientist. Hey, your partner, let's go, we have to examine the troublemakers. Issei. Lottery, yes I'm coming. Scientist. Things have gotten a little out of control no buddy. Issei. Yes I think so. Scientist. To think that Blackwatch is hiding the events of the infection that happened as in the past is incredible. Issei. Are they hiding them? Scientist. You don't know anything, you're behind on information. Issei. Yes I am, could you update me? Scientist. Blackwatch put New York in complete isolation, no information enters or leaves unless Blackwatch allows it, the government lies to the world saying that there are drills. Issei. Is that how they hid it the first time? Scientist. Exactly and you see how those idiots believed it, if they really knew what was happening, they would surely send military force to eradicate even supernatural beings like demons. Issei. I see in a way Blackwatch also wants to preserve the lives of civilians. Scientist. What, they are only interested in experimentation, they use people as guinea pigs, it's good that we are not part of the pigs, very well we arrived anyway colleague, we are only interested in the money, do you know how much they pay us to do these things haha. Issei. This is. Scientist. What's up colleague, you've already come before, no, don't worry, they're locked up. Issei. Looks at the troublemaker I have to find a way to get in, sorry, in case we wanted to get in, can you remind me which button it is? Scientist. Wow, you came here confused today, colleague, this red one on your left, this one here. Issei. Thank you and goodbye returns to normal. Scientist. But who are you? Issei. Consumes it I'm getting used to this presses the red button. Alarm. Issei. It's my chance enters the troublemaker's cell. Troublemaker. Roars. Issei. Well boy, I'm going to have to tame you a little. Troublemaker. Pounces on him. Issei. Dodges it that was close, he's faster than a hunter takes out his claws. Troublemaker. Roars stands in front of him to attack. Issei. Receives the impact with his claws I'm sorry friend, but you are my ticket to a new ability cuts his arm. Troublemaker. Roars in pain. Issei. Goodbye consumes it on my head hurts. Soldier. Stop there. Issei. Starts attacking them take this high. Soldier. Fire shoot idiots. Issei. One by one he kills them. Incoming call. Issei. Hello, Ken. Issei listen to me friend, get out of there, they have detected you, and they are going to send tanks. Issei. Okay starts running and leaves the base. Ken. Well did you get the radar sense? Issei. No and I don't understand the reason. Ken. I'll check the data, here's the problem, it's not a normal brawler, it's a spiked brawler, a boss brawler. Issei. And how do I find one of those and differentiate it from the others? Ken. Let me see. Here is a sighting in the center, you will surely find it, by the way, consuming that troublemaker didn't give you anything. Issei. I haven't tried leaves the place and sees the tanks I'll talk to you later hangs up. Soldier. Ready. Issei. Shit, how did I take down that damn tank? If I consumed that troublemaker, please tell me you gave me something useful. Soldier. Fire. Issei. Sticks his claw into the ground. Hey. At that moment a sharp point of a dark color came out of the ground, specifically under the tank, and destroyed it. Issei. Incredible, I don't know what I did, but it will be useful to me. Leaves the place. Ugh, that was close, so he did give me something after all. Size. Now I have to go downtown. Leaves. In the middle. Issei. Ken, I'm already here, I don't see anything strange. Ken. How strange, I perceive a signal moving. Issei. We're looking at the place from the tall buildings. Ken. Right, not left. Hey. It's coming in front of you. Issei. Ken, I'm on top of a building and I don't see anything, I'm sure that radar is fine. Ken. If he says. Issei about you. At that moment Issei rolled on the ground to avoid the troublemaker boss who would fall on him. Issei. There are these. Troublemaker boss. Roars. Issei. How ugly you are. Troublemaker boss. Roars and lunges at Issei. Issei. Should dodges it. He's faster and stronger than a brawler. I would say he's almost as fast as the monster I first saw when saving Ken, but it doesn't mean he can't beat him. Now I can fight and be stronger. Takes out his claws. Troublemaker boss. Roars and hits him, throwing him against the wall. Issei. Well, that did hurt me. He has skin full of spikes, which means I can only attack him in the head. However, he keeps his claws to protect himself. Troublemaker boss. Growling. Issei. It would be difficult for me to fight you, I admit it, however I am grateful for having consumed the one from before, because then your defense is not impenetrable. Digs his claw into the ground, pulling out spikes and burying them in the troublemaker boss. Troublemaker boss. Screaming in pain. Issei. Now that he can't move, he digs his claws into his head and consumes him. Now yes, no, please. Boy, stop it. Now I have evolved beyond a monster without reasoning. I will turn the world and people into my hive. Starting with you. No. Issei. Memories. This was a person turned into a monster too. Incoming call. Ken. Well, Issei. I won't prove it to you now, but first I have to tell you that the monster I faced and saved your life has acquired a human appearance and is turning others into monsters like hunters or troublemakers, and who knows how many things. A mason is a prototype. Perhaps. Ken. Not at all. If it goes from monster to human form, it could be an evolved one. They are different, but they rival the prototypes. Issei. Well, it seems that I will have to face him sooner or later if I want to clean the city. Ken. Well, now concentrate and think about who you want to find. Issei. Millimeters. I feel a sound. Ken. That's the radar sense. Now follow it. Issei. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Hangs up to start running and gliding over the buildings. Issei. I'm getting closer, come on. In an uninhabited area, Issei had arrived at the place. Everything seemed like chaos, from monster corpses to destroyed buildings. He doubted that this was the place. It even started to rain. Issei. I have arrived, but this place, it doesn't seem like there is anyone there. Stop there or I'll shoot. Issei. I am looking for the former chief scientist of the Gentech because. Issei. I need your help. Blackwatch turned me in a prototype. Issei. You know it. Takes out an umbrella. Come on, come with me. Issei. Follows him. You are. This is the former chief scientist Dr. Rick Williams. Torner smiles. Call me Rick. Issei. Very good, Rick, because you live in this uninhabited area. Rick. Because it's the best place to avoid being found. Look at Blackwatch, and people didn't take kindly to me leaving, and when they don't take something well, it's simply better to hide. We arrived. Upon entering the building you could see that it was a laboratory. The laboratory was huge and advanced. You could notice a great capacity and quality of materials despite being a hiding place. Issei. This place is incredibly big. Rick. Did you think I would leave Blackwatch and Gentech to leave my job as a scientist? Of course not, I left those idiots so I wouldn't create more weapons. It's now I know you're a prototype, but who are you, what's going on? Tell me everything. Issei. Sits. This is going to take a while. This one would also sit down, starting the explanation. 2 hours later. Rick. I see, I'll help you. Those damn Pioplek and Blackwatch, I can't believe what they did. They're a bunch of bastards, and with you present we might give those guys a headache. Issei. A Blackwatch soldier friend gives me information. Don't worry, he's trustworthy. Rick. So far you have acquired the claws with one of its abilities and the radar sense. Well, we need to improve and also on the way to look for that monster that became evolved. If it continues like this, I don't know what it could become. Maybe something more monstrous. Issei. That being the case, we have to hurry, right? Rick. Exactly, but he is already evolved. We need to expand your arsenal. Issei. And how do we do that? Rick. Leave it to me. You think he hasn't atoned for Blackwatch in a while? I know the locations of his test subjects. Issei. Okay, Rick. The path to obtaining your true potential begins here. Are you prepared? Issei. To return home and with the people I love I will destroy whoever gets in my way. Rick. Well said. Determination will be your relentless strength on this path. Chapter 4. Expanding my arsenal. I am Hyodo Issei. Since I woke up from death, something or other has happened to me. You might wonder what is happening and why I am in the air with a sword in my arm over the buildings. Well, take a seat and get ready, I am going to tell you everything. 8 hours before, the buildings were filling with red roots, it was the virus, the city was still plagued by it. Rick. This is bad, the virus spreads quickly at this rate they could end up cutting escape routes, if they don't see a solution that means bombing. Issei. What should I do? Rick. As we look for the guy who spreads the virus, we will improve your strength so we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Issei. Okay. Incoming call. Rick. You're on speaker boy. Ken. Issei. Issei. Ken, what's happening? Ken. Friend, we have a problem, they have reactivated the super soldiers project. Rick. What the hell? Issei. Super soldiers, what are those? Rick. Subjects infected with a variant of the virus, which gives them enormous strength. If they have been reactivated, they must really be in trouble. Issei. What can we do? Rick. For now, improve your skills to face them. Issei. My abilities. Currently I barely have enough to defend myself. Rick. I know, we will have to go quickly and look for the bases where you can acquire new skills. Ken. In the meantime we can delay the activation. Issei. How? Ken. They take DNA from the virus, more specifically from a Hydra, with it they make the variant that creates the super soldiers and is in the 55 FG base northwest of the city. Rick. Great is our opportunity, you will have to consume that Hydra and you will acquire a new power, in turn you delay the project. Issei. Perfect, it will be like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Rick. Well go, I will call you when you enter the base, and when you get to the Hydra you will inform me of the situation. 1 hour later, at the base. Rick. Well, Issei. I have arrived, I have infiltrated as one of the members of the Black Watch, the truth is that thing is very big. Rick. Don't worry, she's tied, get closer and consume the. Issei. Okay hey. Rick. What's wrong? Soldier. Hey, you're soldier, stay away from that thing, we'll take the samples. I don't think so, friend transforms. Soldier. But what the hell? Issei. Shocked, what the hell? Rick. What's wrong? Issei. Issei. A Blackwatch soldier is. I can't describe what I see, he has swords in his hands. Rick. That only means that he is an evolved but subordinate type that serves a leader. Issei. Leader, the monster must have infected him. Evolved. Jumps and hits the Hydra's lock, you guys are going to die here. After those words the evolved one would disappear. Rick. What did the idiot do? Issei. Broke the lock, released the Hydra. Hydra. Roars. The Hydra would roll, throwing Issei away. Issei. Shit. Rick. Your situation. Issei. I'm fine for the moment, how can I kill her? Hydra. Takes out a tentacle and pierces it, throwing it away. Issei. Spits blood. Shit. Rick. Listen, Issei, in your state, the only way you can kill her is to use rocket launchers, look for one quickly. Issei. Understood, looks around and sees a rocket launcher in front. Hydra. Roars. Issei. Damn, I must be quick. Hydra. Start spinning. Issei. Jumps and reaches the other side, grabbing a rocket launcher. Now open that big mouth of yours. Hydra. Roars. Issei. Would fire a horde of rockets, come on. Hydra. Screams in pain, falling to the ground. Rick. That sounds like you've defeated it, quickly consume it. Issei. Yes, takes out his claws and lunges at her, consuming her eye. She felt her body changing again, completely absorbing the power. Issei. I don't know what this is. But it seems like I'm going to like this. Soldier. There is the prototype fire. Issei. It's my signal to leave, she jumps and throws the tentacles at the guards. Guards. Aya. The soldiers would die, brutally crash to the ground. Soldier. There is this one, tanks helicopters, finish him off fast. Rick. Well Issei, you have acquired the tentacles, now show what you can do. Tank. Here, bravo, tank ready to fire. Issei. No, you won't. This would use the tentacles that attracted things to crash into the tank, destroying it. Helicopter. This is a Delta helicopter, the tank has been loaded, I repeat the tank has been loaded, send reinforcements. Issei. Your turn, take this, jumps and shoots the tentacles. The impact was so great that it derailed the helicopter, crashing into the ground and killing him, however the alert was given, he had to leave, it was still early for him to go alone against an army. Issei. It's time to go, starts running, this power will be useful to me. Rick. It seems that you have obtained the tentacles, the more you consume the more power you will acquire, and in addition to that you will be able to improve the skills already acquired. Issei. Rick, I need you to tell me which direction that evolved went to. Rick. I'm sorry, I didn't have a view of the interior cameras. Incoming call. Issei. Hello, Ken. Wow, you made a fuss, the super soldier project has moved ahead, apparently that evolution made them very picky. Issei. Shit, what now? Rick. I say the only thing we can do is get stronger. Ken. And nothing will strengthen you more than consuming an evolved, not to mention that it will give us answers by consuming it. Issei. Still, I don't know where he is. Rick. And that's why your radar sense improved when you were asleep. Issei. Wait, you experimented with me asleep, Rick. You're not the first one I've done it with, anyway now you should be able to find infected people, you just have to concentrate and think about it. Issei. Good, calms down radar sense. I found it starts running, Rick. At once I tell you to be careful, the evolved ones are extremely strong, some are stronger than others, and some have special abilities, be careful and don't die. Hangs up, Ken. Good luck. Issei hangs up. Issei. Apparently this will not be an easy task, I wonder what the president is doing. Depan Kuo. Redeed could be seen writing a report. Rias. Millimeters. Tiba. President, I came to see if she needs help. Rias, I'm fine, thank you Hyodo. Tiba. Rias. It's been a long time and the girls seem to accept it little by little, but they worry about you, you're really fine. Rias. I don't know, since he died I don't think any of us are the same. Tiba. I understand, I'll leave her alone. Leaves. Rias. Looks at a photo of Issei. I miss you so much Issei. With Issei. Issei. It's true, the only thing that stands between me and returning to the people I love is this virus, if that's the case, then I will destroy it. Evolved. Wow, so you came. Issei. Did you know I was following you? Evolved. Of course after what I did at the base, before leaving I managed to see you, Millimeters a prototype. Unfortunately you represent a threat to us, so we will have to kill you, so that our king can ascend. Issei. I wouldn't say the same. Takes out claws. Evolved. Draws the two swords from him. Dies, lunges at him, kicking him. Issei. Spits blood. Shit. Evolved. What's wrong? That's all you can do? If so I'll kill you. Quickly stabs him. Issei. Vomits blood. Hell, I don't. Evolved. It's over kid, I'm sorry, but despite being a prototype, facing an evolved one without even having mastered all your skills is very daring of you. Issei. I can't lose. Haya hits him in the face. Take this. Regenerates. Evolved. But what the hell is this guy? He is regenerating from those wounds, maybe he is a demon. Issei. Hahaha, damn, if she had forgotten me, I am a demon and Ria's Gremory's pawn, so if I want to see her again I have to kill you here and now. Evolved. Shut up. Lunges at him. Dies. Issei. You fell. Takes out the tentacles and hits him. Evolved. What is this? I can't move. Issei. That's what you get for underestimating me. Takes out his claws and cuts off his arms. You know what's coming now. Evolved. No, please. Issei. Goodbye. Consumes it. Aya. They infected me with their virus so that, to turn me into this. Wait, we didn't mean to do this to you, it's not my fault, don't be mad at me, I'm just a Blackwatch agent, I'm not the creator of the virus. Get mad, don't get me wrong, I am grateful because they have shown me a new life, a gift that I must share, and now I must share it with you. No, please. No. After the look at the memories ended, Issei would be shown with a sword as an arm. Issei. So the boy who transformed into that monster has already evolved, this is bad, but it seems like I acquired something new. Incoming call. Rick. Issei is an emergency. Monsters are approaching my location. If they enter and destroy the laboratory, I will not be able to find a cure to counteract the infection that the monster caused in the city. Issei. Don't worry, here I come. At the moment, well, that's how I got here, about to face a horde of monsters, and I only have one thing to say. Issei. Jumps off a building and falls to the ground. For my sons of bitches. Chapter 5. Super Soldier Project. Millions of infected were roaring with fury, everyone directed their gaze at someone who had stood in front of them, silence completely filled the place. Issei. Stared at them. Come on. Millions of infected people ran towards Issei in order to devour it. Issei. I'm going to dismember them one by one. He hit them with his sword. Infected. Roar. Issei. They accumulate, let's lower the amount a little. Takes out the tentacles. Infected. Surrounds him. Issei. Take this. Messes them up, gutting them all. What do you think? The tentacles are amazing, it increases damage by sticking things. The horde did not seem to have an end, more infected arrived. Infected. Start running towards Issei. Issei. I thought that against many of them I would have problems, but I guess I have evolved into something worse than them. Takes out claws and starts gutting them all. The millions of infected that seemed like an army were powerless against a single man. Issei. Sigh, it seems like it ends here. Incoming call. Rick. Hello. Issei. Rick, I already took care of the problem. Rick. I see that, you alone against millions of infected, one without problems, you don't even have a scratch. Issei. That seems like I didn't know I had become so strong. Rick. You will probably continue to get stronger, however remember this, maybe you will get stronger, but our friend the monster does too, he is already starting to send infected of his own free will. If he continues like this and sends bigger monsters, it will be a problem. Issei. I know, we also have to be careful, I don't know what Blackwatch is doing. Incoming call. Issei. Wait, I have someone on the other line. Ken. Hello, Issei. Issei. What's wrong friend? Ken. We have a problem, the Super Soldier Project is being carried out. Issei. What? Ken. I don't know how but we have to stop it, plus these super soldiers are stronger, they will be injected with more variants of the original virus than normal, they could be a real problem. Issei. How do I find the testing site? Ken. Even with my position I am not authorized to know the place, but I do know that Sergeant Roser White does have knowledge of the place. Issei. Well, you have its location. Ken. He is currently patrolling the streets accompanied by a platoon. Issei. It shouldn't be a problem, I'll go there. Ken. Hangs up. Issei. Did you hear that, Doctor? Rick. Yes, you should be careful if they are already making super soldiers, they will give you a lot of problems. Hangs up. Issei. That's why I'm going to stop them. Starts running. 20 minutes later. Issei. It seems that I have arrived. Soldier 1, line up defensively, clear these streets. Issei. That's his platoon, but I thought he would have more protection. Stares at him. Roser. Looks at Issei, millimeters, smiles and approaches a soldier from behind, putting his hand on his neck and walking away. Issei. But what the hell? Soldier 3, hey, what's wrong with you? Issei. What did he do to her? Soldier 2, AI explodes killing the other soldiers. Roser. Running, hahaha. Issei. Shock, damn. Issei quickly ran after him. Incoming call. Rick. How did it go? Issei. Extremely bad. Rick. What happened? Issei. Roser is an evolved person, I'm following him, I don't know what he did, he put his hand on him, even though he was a subordinate, and then he exploded, taking the others away. Rick. Possesses the power of a biological bomb, attacks stealthily from behind, turning the human or any other being into a living bomb. Issei. Well, that bucking asshole already has 2 more reasons for me to consume him. Rick. Be careful. Hangs up. Issei. On the contrary, he is the one who should be careful. Stops. Where did he go? Roser. Well, you are the prototype that our leader found before evolving. Issei. Looks up. Leader. Are you talking about that monster? Roser. Now he has evolved and has shown us the path to freedom. Issei. That's why you work on the super soldier project. Roser. Work. Help sabotage it, I put more viruses in them than normal so that our leader can control them. Issei. Listen to me, I want to go home, and if I want to leave I have to stop this damn virus by including them. Roser. What a bad guy, and I was thinking of talking a little. Your last words. Issei. Huh. What are you talking about? You alone won't be able to stop me. Roser. Who said he came alone? Issei. Feels a roar. What's happening? What did you do? Roser. Call my pets. Immediately a horrible monster appeared in front of him. Roser. You know the juggernauts are like walking wrecking balls, very deadly. Issei. Lunges in front of the juggernaut to hit him. Juggernaut. Stays still, covering himself with his hands. Issei. Aya breaks arm. What is this? Roser. I forgot to tell you, his skin is very hard and his fist is worse. Issei. Takes out the sword. Let's see if I can tear you to pieces. Juggernaut. Roars and lunges with his fist at him. Issei. Dodges it. That was close. Looks at the ground. If that hits me, I won't turn out very well. Swings his sword hitting him. Juggernaut. Roars, waves his fist at Issei. Issei. Dodges it. He may be very strong, but he is very slow, I must use his weight against him. Juggernaut. Roars. Issei. Takes out the tentacles. Now let's see how I split you in 2. Tangles it with the tentacles. Juggernaut. Roars. The tentacles embedded themselves in the Juggernaut. Issei. Well, take this idiot. In a quick movement he switched to the sword and cut off his arms, leaving him defenseless. Juggernaut. Roars in pain. Issei. Your time has come, friend. Consumes it. Roser. What the hell? Issei. This looks good, now I'm going to crush you. Issei had now acquired 2 huge fists as a new ability. Roser. You're not going to win that easily. Turns his hands into swords and lunges at Issei. Issei. Hits him, breaking his ribs. Roser. How is he so strong? Spits blood. Issei. Haven't they told you that attacking someone from behind is cowardly? Shows the devastating fist. Roser. Damn, who are you? Issei. Hyodo Issei pounces, hitting him, breaking his jaw. Roser. Speaking with a broken jaw. You haven't won, our leader will destroy you and break you in 2, you'll see. Issei. It's time to die. Consumes him. Aya. I will show you the way. My lord, all my will belongs to you. I put the virus in the super soldiers who are creating. They will soon be soldiers at your disposal. You have done well, my servant, but a threat remains. A prototype is in the city, find him and kill him. Yes sir. His name, and remember it well, is Hyodo Issei. Yes, I will remember it. Issei. Wow, that's what happens. Incoming call. Rick. How did it go? Issei. I got something to consume a juggernaut and the biological bomb, plus the location of the super soldiers testing site. Rick. You consumed a juggernaut, you should have acquired the devastating fist. Issei. It will be useful to me for now. I got more information. Apparently the super soldiers are turning them into weapons for the side of the infected. The monster has turned more people into evolved, and surprised they are looking for me to kill me. Rick. Well, for now you have gotten stronger, you should keep it up. Issei. Fine, I'll go after the super soldiers. Rick. Good luck. Hangs up. Issei. Runs towards the testing site. I must defeat all those super soldiers, but it won't be easy. 30 minutes later, Issei. Arrive enters the testing site. Soldiers. Be careful. Issei. Soldiers hides. Soldier. Contain them quickly. Issei. It seems that the super soldiers have already started causing disasters. How can I go through that door without attracting attention? Soldier. Listen well, platoon, the super soldiers are getting out of control, soon the tanks will arrive, we have to resist. Issei. That's it. Slowly approaches one and crosses his neck, walking away before the others turn around. Soldier. Hey, your partner, you have a headache. Soldier 2, ai sir it hurts. The soldier began to swell in front of the others. Soldier. But what the hell? Soldier 2, ai explodes. Issei. Now goes through the door. Let's go see where they are. Bang. Issei. Spits blood. It seems I already found them, or at least one. Super soldier. Exterminate. Issei. Takes out his devastating fists. Well, let's see who gives up first. Super soldier. Lunges to hit him. He dies. Issei. Dodges and hits. What did you think? That was idiotic. Super soldier. Your death is approaching. Issei. Takes out his claws and attacks him in the arm. Super soldier. Stops arm. Pathetic. Issei. Do you think? Takes out the tentacles and hits him. Super soldier. What is this? I can't move. Issei. An idiotic opening. Takes out the sword and pierces him through the chest. Hi. Super soldier. Look, a lizard has come. Super soldier 2, we're going to have to tear it apart. Super soldier. It will be a blood stain. Issei. Both of you come. Super soldier. Do you really think you can handle both of them at the same time? Super soldier 2, don't be conceited, idiot. Issei. You both better come or I'll come to you. Super soldier. Okay, we will go, but you are dead. Issei, who consumed the super soldier, had acquired one of the most useful abilities and with which he felt most familiar. Issei. No, you are the ones who are already dead. Shows body armor. Now I finally have armor again, but it doesn't compare to Drake smiles. Here I come. Chapter 6. Meeting the king of the hive. Issei, who now had an armor, felt more comfortable. In fact, he felt like he had recovered a part of himself. Super soldier. But what the hell is that? Super soldier 2, what does it matter? Kill him. Issei. I'm sorry, but you biomass cut are already dead. Super soldier. It can't be. Super soldier 2, defeated by this guy. In the blink of an eye, the upper half of their bodies were cut off by Issei. Issei. Consumes them. What is this? My body is. I'm going to explode. Hi. At that moment, a pile of corpses of super soldiers and soldiers flood the place. You can see Issei standing in silence. He didn't know what had happened, only that the destruction was all around him. That was interesting, boy. You show you have great potential. It would really be a big waste to throw it away. Issei. Turns around. Who are you? Issei was very alert because he had not felt her presence. It's true, when we fought for the first time he had a monster shape and he only roared. Issei. Maybe you are. Rill. My name is Rill and I am the king of this new hive. When you faced me as a monster you showed great skill. The virus can do things beyond human imagination. In that instant he turned half of his face into something monstrous with ease. Issei. Why spread the virus? Rill. Because when I regained consciousness I knew that I was a superior being with a gift. In fact, I don't mind that my boss betrayed me. On the contrary, I am grateful because I am going to end the stagnation of humans once and for all. Issei. And you are here to eliminate me. Rill. I should, but you are also a sign of our superiority before humanity. Look at yourself, look at the surroundings and see how you killed all the super soldiers alone. That shows you great gift. That's why I will give you a chance. You have to think about it until the end. Noon, when the sun is at its highest point, to decide whether to join me or oppose me. I will meet you at the tallest building in the center. Issei. I don't have to ask what happens if I object, right? Rill. Smiles goodbye. Rill would leave the place and time would start to run. Issei. Starts walking out of the base. I have to go back to Rick. 20 minutes later, Issei would return to the laboratory where Ken and Rick were waiting for him. Rick. Finally we can talk to you. Sorry we couldn't talk on the phone, there was interference there. Ken. Not only did it happen where Issei was, but throughout the city. Issei. It must have been Rill's work. Rick. Who is Rill? Ken. Better said, what happened? Issei. I honestly don't know where to start. First of all, I got new abilities. Rick. Seriously, can you describe them to me? Issei. When I consumed a super soldier he gave me armor. Rick. Body armor increases your resistance, but as a result you are very heavy and cannot jump very high, so you can use your biomass weapons. Ken. It was one of the Mercer skills that Heller didn't have. It will be useful. Rick. And what was the other one? Issei. I don't know how to describe it. Suddenly when I consumed those two super soldiers, tentacles sprouted from my body and destroyed everything. Rick. Critical mass. They are the most devastating attacks of a prototype when you are with excess biomass. More easily said, when you consume too much your body allows you to perform that attack, or when you are on the verge of dying. Those are the requirements to perform that attack. From the description you gave me, the attack was Tendril Barrage. It shoots in all directions and destroys the target. Ken. It's a terrifying power. Mercer and Heller used that to destroy hordes of enemies. Issei. Apart from that, the leader of the hive and the monster that attacked us, Ken, came to see me. His name is Rill. Rick. So that's Rill. Ken. What did he tell you? Issei. He wants me to join him. Rick. And if you don't, the confrontation is inevitable. Issei. That's right. Rick. What are you going to do? Ken. You will fight or you will surrender. Issei. Give up. Ha. Smiles. It's not obvious, guys. If I want to get back with the person I love, I will fight with him to the end. Rick. Smiles. Then it's decided. Ken. Smiles. We will all have to work hard. Rick. How soon will you have the antidote for the virus? Rick. It will be around noon. It won't affect a prototype, so Issei won't be affected. That's why it took me so long to do it. And what will you do about your Ken? Ken. I am going to show the world all the information that Blackwatch hid. These facts have made me understand that those at the top have done inhuman things. The money from this work is not worth what we do. Issei. I'll take care of Rill. Rick. Then it's clear what we should do. We all must survive. The three had their respective objectives in mind. The final battle was about to take place. At noon, Issei was face to face with Rill. Rill. I was waiting for you, Hyodo Issei. I'll get straight to the point. What's your answer? I hope it's logical. Issei. Of course it is. Transforms his arm into a sword. I have come to finish you off to return home. Rill. I can't believe you're such an idiot. But anyway, you brought this on yourself. His body begins to transform. I will devour you and consume you. That way I can go even further. Issei. Hell, I can't imagine anything uglier than you right now. Seeing you makes me want to vomit. Rill. Prepare to perish. Roars. Issei. Well, here we go. President, I know that deep down you must miss me, and a part of you is waiting for me, even though it sounds selfish. Please wait for me a little longer, because I'm going to beat this monster to death. Chapter 7. Issei vs Rill. The Rise of the Dragon. Issei and Rill looked at each other with murderous intensity. Only one of the two would get out of here alive and with victory. Rill. The tension in the air is very deep, don't you think so, Hyodo Issei? Issei. Apparently you show your true face, your ugly and true face. Rill. It doesn't matter because now you're going to die here. Biomass tentacles. At that moment a horde of tentacles would come out towards Issei. Issei. What the hell dodges that attack that was? Rill. I will become the perfect life of the virus, and to do so I have to consume you. Damn imperfection. The blows began to be exchanged in such a way that Issei could understand the strength of his enemy enough to get on the defensive. Issei. Try to activate his armor. Get ready. Rill. Here we go. Appears behind Issei. Now tell me if this hurts. Crushes guts. Issei couldn't see it. He thought he was slow, but he was fast. Even with the armor he felt thousands of spikes digging into his body, breaking his armor and making a hole in his stomach. Issei. Spits blood. This is it. Rill. Do you really think you can beat me? Looks at Issei and sees the hole in his stomach. Believe me, your armor will be of no use to you. Give up and accept your death. Issei. Regenerates. Dying is something I can't do, because as long as she lives I will live. Rill. Then come, I will give you unbearable despair. Issei. Biomass cut. Heya. The blows were increasingly fiercer. It seemed that Issei was at a disadvantage, but it was the opposite. The blows that were more ferocious began to hurt Rill. Rill. What the hell is this guy? Or his attacks are starting to take effect. This can't be. Issei. I'm coming back. Rill. I will kill you. The two begin to attack each other regardless of the wounds. They only look at each other with the intention of killing each other. The blood flows throughout their bodies while they open and close their wounds for their regeneration. Issei. Destroying fist. Rill. Viral destroyer. Shock. Rill. Incredible. No. The power is incredible. It's great what we can do. Issei. You talk about destroying because it doesn't seem right to me. Rill. Maybe you consider yourself a hero. Issei. I don't consider myself a hero of justice, but if someone threatens my friends or gets in the way of letting me return to them, I will never forgive them. Takes out claws. Take this deep cut. Rill. Seriously, you are great. It will be good to consume you. Spontaneous infections. Their fight continued to become more brutal and bloodthirsty. Blood was spilled more and more. Elsewhere, in Rick's laboratory, he was with Ken on his business. Rick. The antidote will be almost ready. How's your Ken doing? Ken. I am in the center of Blackwatch, downloading and uploading information to all the news media, in turn sending information to multiple reporters of all kinds. In a few minutes everyone will know the truth. It will be a great avalanche. Rick. How is Issei doing? Ken. I should say that this guy has more destructive abilities. Even if Issei hurts him, he regenerates. On the other hand, Issei also regenerates, but he is at his limit. I don't want to say anything, but in terms of chances of winning, I would say Issei 20% and Rill 80%. Rick. We only have to trust one thing. Ken. What is it? Rick. His will. With Issei. Issei. This is exhaustive, he moves faster despite his size, and I'm at my limit. Brill. Come on, that's the best thing you have, you disappoint me. Hits him and then grabs him and ends up throwing him against the wall. Issei. Gets up. I haven't finished yet. Brill. Give up now. Issei. Shows him the middle finger. Come here you bastard. Brill. Damn, lunges at him and starts hitting him. Die once and for all. Issei. Takes out his sword and cuts his face, leaving a scar here. Brill. Stands back. How dare you hurt my miserable face. Issei. You already saw yourself in a mirror, idiot. Brill. Grabs him by the neck and starts slamming him into the walls. With Ken. Ken. Come on, get rid of it once and for all. Rick. Ken, I have the antidote ready. I will use an ejector to send the antidote and eliminate the virus. Ken. This thing has already been loaded. Presses the button. Now millions of people and all countries will see what they hid. Rick. Now everything depends on Issei, he has to defeat that guy. Ken. That's right. In Japan, you could see the Gremory group and Sona watching the news, the demon kings, gods and heroes all over the world watching the news. All the events had been uploaded, broadcasting live all over the world. As Ken said, immediately the news broadcasts where they began to narrate in their language explaining the situation. Newscast. We are shown horrible images that the United States government hid for years. It is impossible to believe, but it sends us video evidence of those creatures. The scenes and experiments are horrible, as you are seeing on the screen. I have no words to describe such an act. The source of information has reached many reporters in the world. Rias. Surprised this is Asia. Surprised how there are people who can do that. The Keno. Surprised, but who sent that? Sona. I don't know, but it's incredible that this has been hidden from the world. Saji. They are bucking. Unfortunate how they do that to people. Surziches. I can't believe this. Hey, what is that? Newscast. Apparently we are shown a live video of someone confronting the current cause of the spread of the virus. The scene is brutal, their strength is to be feared. It is believed that both are the result of this virus. Rias. That hooded boy. Why am I thinking of Issei? Who is that? Asia. It looks like. It can't be. Bekeno. Maybe my heart hurts. It can't be. Surziches. This feeling is familiar, but the elsewhere. Hiroka. Wow, those guys are strong, but this feeling, no, it's not true. He left. Ali. That's Hyodo Issei. Iku. But what are you saying? It's impossible for him to stay alive. Arthur. But I feel his very presence. Office. It has to be him, his soul is the same. Hineko. Issei senpai. Because I think of him. That can't be. But why? Arena. I have been with him since I was a child, and I couldn't confuse him with anyone else. You're Issei. I don't know what's going on right now, but please win and come back. With Issei. Rill. He was slamming Issei against the walls. Come on, that's all. He lets go and looks at him with pity. Issei. On the ground trying to get up. Rill. Steps on it. Issei. It's about lifting. Rill. Steps on it again. Who are you, you bucking insect? He tried to get up, but he stepped on him harder. Suddenly his mind began to cloud. Issei. I'm going to lose. It seems I won't be able to see them again. You're going to give up. Issei. I can't win. I'm going to die again. Right now there are people suffering and places being destroyed, all because of him. Issei. What should I do? Have you forgotten who you are? The strongest power you possessed was the power of your breasts. Everywhere, everyone watching the live news, people who knew him, who believed he was dead, could only think of one thing. That thing was gone. Issei. Issei. Opens eyes. Rill. Apparently you have already lost. News broadcast. Apparently the rubble does not allow us to see the scene well. The destruction increases. We cannot know the situation of the fight that is taking place. Rill. Well, apparently I'm going to have to consume you now. Issei. Drake. Boost 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 booster. At that moment, Issei had transformed and put on his armor. The Red Emperor Dragon had returned. Rill. What the hell? Issei. Now let's go together. Drake. Yes mate. Rill. Who the hell are you? Issei. I am Hyodo Issei, the bucking king of the harem, the dragon Op-I, and I am not going to lose to you, you big horrible monster. Rill. You are going to perish. Issei. I don't think so, but I thank you. Because now I am at critical mass and now with my balance breaker. Rill. Critical mass you won't talk about. Issei. Let's see what happens when I combine my powers. Hi-ya. Rill. Wait, we can talk about it. Issei. Hits him in the stomach, lifting him into the air. Hi-ya. Rill. Spits out a stream of blood. What is this? This can't be true. Issei. Holds him in the air, hitting him. Hey-ya. Rill. This damn guy is beating me. It can't be. Issei. Stops in mid-air. You wanted to consume me? No, then consume this. He would focus all his energy on generating a wave of fire around him. Rill. No, this is impossible. Issei. Hi Aya. Boost 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 booster. Issei. Draconian biomass incinerator. Brill. How could I have lost to a guy like him? I do not accept this. Aya. The wave of fire would be launched and Rill would be swallowed by it, disappearing with this. Issei. Goodbye deactivates his armor. Meanwhile the rest of the world could only watch the explosion that took place. News. What that explosion was we don't know, but we believe that the monster has fallen, which means that this guy has won. Where he is, he apparently vanished. Ollie. Did you feel that, Albion? That was it. Albion. Drake. Newscast. Latest news: the virus has been cured in most of the city, but the area of the fight that we saw, due to fear of spreading the virus, the governments have requested to destroy the area where the fight occurred. The state government united has given permission and is apologizing to everyone for hiding this fact that occurred years ago. All the news showed the destruction of the place, and this fact was talked about for weeks. 8 weeks later. Ken. Then you're leaving now. Issei. Yes, and thanks to you too, your help was key. Now I understand my body more. What will you do now? Ken. I'm going with my family. Rick. And I'll go on a trip to relax. Issei. Thank you for everything. Issei would leave, leaving the two behind. Ken. I'm finally done. Rick. Something tells me this is just beginning. With Issei. Issei. Jump through the buildings. Well, time to go home, huh? Ah, my head. Immediately a portal opened behind Issei. He could see a person who had shocked him. Issei, Ghost of Sparta. Hello. Issei. But you who? Issei, Ghost of Sparta. Look, we don't have time, so I'll do this quickly. The multiverse is in danger. That means your universe is in danger too. Issei. Shocked. What are you saying? Issei, Ghost of Sparta. My name is also Hyodo Issei. I am you, but from another universe. Issei. What's happening? Issei, Ghost of Sparta. As I told you, the multiverse is in danger and we need your help. Can you help me? Issei. It feels strange that another me asks me for help, but if the universe is in danger, that means that my friends are also in danger. I don't even have to think about it. Of course I will help you. Issei, Ghost of Sparta. Excellent, now let's go. Issei. Where are we going? Issei, Ghost of Sparta. To a universe where a dark force dominated one of us, the others are waiting for us. Let's go. Issei. Geez. And here I thought everything was over. Riaz, please wait for me a little longer. Something tells me that what awaits me from here on out is hard. Season 2 Episode 1. Back home. How long has it been since the crisis in the multiverse? My other versions and I saved the multiverse, but saving it required a sacrifice. One of my versions died, leaving deep pain in the hearts of the people who loved him. This crisis taught me because every day I must be stronger to protect what I love. I'm finally home, I've returned to Kuo, but I still don't dare to go directly to the people I love because the me of now is a monster that they can reject. I know it's idiotic to think something like that, but when in doubt I want to take a risk. It's cowardly, I know, but I can't change that about me. Fear and doubt torture me. After all, the family is complicated. That makes me think about how Ken and his family will be. USA, New York. In a secret area, thousands of soldiers and scientists were gathered, but these were former Blackwatch soldiers and scientists. Ken. I was finally able to return to my family, and the United States government called me at the last minute, interrupting my happy days. At that moment, footsteps were heard on stage. A strange person stood in front of the thousands of soldiers and scientists. Gentlemen, welcome. Ken. I can't see from here. Who the hell is that? Rill. My name is Rill. After saying that, Ken's face was completely terrified. He thought he was dead, but it was the opposite. The questions abounded, but now he knew that he had to leave as quickly as possible. Ken. Shocked. This is a trap. The government didn't call us. It was he surely used the government network to contact all the remaining members of the Blackwatch. Being something similar to a prototype, it is normal that he could do that without being discovered. Rill. As everyone knows, I am responsible for the virus accident. The government dissolved the Blackwatch and the Gentech a long time ago. The survivors are kept under surveillance, so today I come to propose to all of you who were part of said organization a deal. Instead of being watched by the government until they die, wouldn't you like to destroy it by my side? Destroy the world so that a new one is born, accept me as your leader and you will have prosperity, deny me and you won't get out of here alive. His words left them terrified, but they could not oppose them. They knew that at this moment he had the power and they had nothing. Soldier. You a question ask how he survived. I thought the prototype had killed him a long time ago. Rill. A very interesting question, because I suppose that if they are going to be my subordinates they deserve to know. I was almost dead in that situation, but I refused to die. That's why before that attack finished me I divided myself and formed a new body that I spent weeks consuming sewer rats to survive. The cost was that I am no longer an evolved monster, but now I am something else. Something much better. In the middle of his words, Ken managed to leave and take evidence of the situation. Only one person could do something at this time. That was Hyodo Issei. Ken. I must warn Issei and save my family, the world may be in danger. Rill. You know the battle where I almost died taught me something, it taught me to have a very broad mind. We will not start our affairs here in this country, we will do it in Japan, so I need you scientists for two things, the development of the virus and the combination of the virus with supernatural power. You'll see, Hyodo Issei, I'll pay you in kind. In Japan Kuo, a school festival was being held at Kuo Academy. The voices of the commentators sounded everywhere. Welcome everyone to the Kuo Festival. In this festival we present many activities in which everyone can participate, even those who are not students. Rias. Do your best to win. Hiba. I will give my best as president. The first 20-lap race event. In the middle of the competition, both students, parents and other people joined in. The hooded stranger also approached. Asia. And who is that? Rias. I have no idea, but it is normal that there are all kinds of people here. This festival was done like this to attract more people to these events and raise more funds for the academy, although don't worry, no one is faster than Yudo. Surziches. I see you're having fun, sister. Rias. Brother, I didn't know you were coming. Surziches. Why wouldn't the event that my sister helps organize still come? Rias. Thank you, but if you are here, it means that Sona's sister came. Surziches. Actually. At those moments the voice of Sona's sister would be heard. Serafal. Okay guys, I'll show you a magical girls concert. Sona. God, there is nothing worse than this. Embarrassed. Kiba. Looks at the hooded guy. Good luck. Issei. Smiles. I say the same. Kiba. Kiba. I have. Shocked. How do you know my name? Who? But at that moment the race began, interrupting Kiba's question. The race was on, Kiba was now in second place, in fact he could not overtake the hooded man. Bakeno. Something is not right. Roswis. Yes, you are right, speed is one of the factors in which Kiba excels, but now he is losing in speed. Rias. Something is definitely not right with the other guy. Surziches. Even he doesn't seem to be trying hard. Kiba. How can he be so fast? How does he know my name? Only one person was faster than me, and he would have to be wearing armor. Who is this guy? Issei. I can tell that you have gotten faster, Kiba, keep progressing my friend. But at that moment a scream was heard, the crowd of people became agitated. Issei and Kiba quickly noticed this and stopped running. Kiba. Hey. What's happening? Issei. This is it. It is not impossible. What are hunters doing here? Greg. They are not only hunters, mate. At that moment you could see more hunters in the background, along with hundreds of infected. As soon as they arrived they began to destroy everything. Rias. Brother, those are it. Surziches. They are the monsters that were in the news weeks ago. Rias, evacuate the place. I'm in charge of eliminating those monsters. Kiba. I'll help you. Roswis. Guys over here. Serafal. Everyone get to safety quickly. The situation immediately got into an uproar. The question on everyone's mind was how those monsters ended up in Kuo. 8 hours before. Soldier. Chief Rill ordered us to pour the hunter genotype here. Seriously, we are going to obey that thing. Soldier 2, you want to contradict him. You know that we have to obey him if we want to stay alive. Escaping is no longer an option. He is now stronger than ever. Soldiers. By the way, there are many buried corpses in this place. Soldier 2, yes, apparently the real boss wants to bring them back to life by transforming them into those monsters. Soldier. Because there are so many corpses here. Soldier 2, apparently it was an area where they sacrificed traitor drug traffickers, brought them here, killed them and buried them, end of story. Soldier 3, hurry the hell up, we don't have time to waste lowering the damn lever to pour the genotype. Soldier 2, but sir, we don't have much protection, we could inhale the virus. Soldier. We'll be fine, helmets should do the trick, just do it once and for all to get out of here. Ken. I don't think so. Soldier. AHHH. At that moment Ken appeared and one of the soldiers would be shot and fall dead. Soldier 3, we are under attack, take cover. Immediately an exchange of fire between the soldiers and Ken had begun. Ken. I have to stop them. Soldier 2, sir, what do I do? Soldier 3, start once and for all. You don't want to go back to the boss and tell him we didn't do the job, or do you? Soldier 2, sir, this is a new version of the virus that has not been tested in this situation. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Ken. I'm not going to let them release the virus again. Soldier 2, Ken would fire 4 shots into another soldier's chest. Now there was only one left. Soldier 3, damn, I have to do everything myself. Ken. No. Soldier 3, it's over. The last soldier would run towards the machine, lowering the lever and pouring the genotype. In turn Ken would shoot him in the head, destroying the helmet. At that moment the virus begins to reanimate the corpses and transform the soldier that Ken had shot in the head into an abomination. Roar. The corpses that lay there came back to life. Ken. One of the soldiers said that this was a new version of the virus, but this goes further, this is a true aberration, I must leave this place now. The soldier's corpse began to widen and then grow, it was transforming into some kind of new monster. In the present, the fight between the infected was taking place, the civilians were still being evacuated, and then a huge creature showed itself. Hiba. But what is that? Riaz. He's never seen anything like that. Surziches. But what is that creature? In the midst of the chaos, no one noticed that Issei was observing the situation and had not moved from the place where she was. It was as if she was waiting for something, and it was. Her phone rang. Ken was calling her. Issei. I have a horde of monsters in front of me, so explain the situation quickly. Ken. Shit, they already arrived in the city. I thought it would take them longer. Issei. What the hell happened? Ken. It's a long story. Right now I'm looking for Rick. For now I'll tell you that these infected were created with a new variant of the virus. You must eliminate them all before it's too late, and they infect innocent people. Issei. About that, I see a huge infected leading the horde. Ken. That must be the soldier I shot in the head. Now he must have become some kind of alpha who leads the horde. The priority to kill should be him. Alpha. Destroy. Riaz. That thing could be Surziches. Riaz, be careful. The great alpha monster that led the horde raised his hand and went straight to kill Riaz. Alpha. Die. Riaz. I'm going to die. I lost Issei a long time ago. I've lived alone for my family. But in fact I've wanted to die all this time to be with Issei. I guess I'll finally be able to do it. Issei. Soon we will meet again. At that, a tear ran down her cheek. She had not been the same for a long time since she lost her loved one. Knowing that she could not avoid being crushed by the monster, she just resigned herself to dying and closed her eyes. Court. Just then the sound of cutting was heard. The monster's arm was cut off. Alpha. I am my arm damned. Issei. I'm afraid that the people I love will see me as a monster, but I'm more afraid of losing them. That's why I don't care about anything right now. At that point, everyone was shocked to see that the hooded individual was the one who had cut off the giant monster's arm. Riaz. Who are you? Issei. Hello, Riaz. At that moment everyone's eyes widened and they were shocked to see who the hooded boy was. Tears came out of Ria's eyes when she saw him. She slowly raised her hand to her cheek, which she gently caressed. Riaz. Smiles. Welcome back, Issei. Issei. Yes, I'm back. At that the monster screamed and looked at Issei. Alpha. Who are you, damn tadpole? At that everyone is surprised because her arm had transformed into a huge sword. Issei. Hyodo Issei. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.